Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a TS-5. It's a Tier 8 American non-turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the east spawn of Paris and it's under the command of nimbleAH. Now he's got a 120mm gun capable of 400 alpha and penetrating through 248mm with standard rounds, and with the heat ones it'll go up to 300mm. And this is one of my favourite tank destroyers in the game. The reason being, it really doesn't respect anyone, it just blasts straight through them. And although it does have some weak spots between the tracks and that huge cupola on one side, which are fairly weak, it is actually a very effective tank destroyer, and a lot of the shells just careen off the armour instead of actually going straight through. So it's very good at racking up a lot of block damage. Well, you can see Nimble is taking it off to the bridge, to where the heavy tanks tend to confront each other on this map. And it looks like a fair number of tanks have actually gone to the field as well. So there might only be the heavies up this end. Oh, but there's a tank destroyer just around the corner, a Scorpion. Is he firing? No, he's actually some distance away, so we don't need to worry about him. Okay, he's going very wide on this spot, and with good reason. That means he might be able to get shots on some of these guys early on. He fires around into the AMX 1357, and he's actually firing the heat. He only needs to fire AP with that 1357 because it's got very weak armor. In fact, he's going so far ahead. I think this is going to present a very dangerous problem for the enemy. He's going point, and that means he's going to get a lot of shots fired at him. Fires one into the AMX 1357, gets a high roll for 440. He's now up against an ISU 152, goes for the lower plate, easily pens him, 447, high roll again. Now he's got some serious oppositions, and he doesn't want to get shot or pushed in the side by his teammates. He puts another round into the ISU 152, he's a one shot now, and this round will kill him. Oh, it didn't, he hit the wrong armor. The pushing pokes around the corner and takes the kill on the ISU 152, but now everyone's firing at him and he's racking up the damage. He's now potentially got enough for a steel wall if he can survive the game. Now, who's he go for next? Looks like it's going to be the 1357. Yep, easy kill. Should have fired AP. He would have got a cheaper shot on that guy. It would go straight through anyway. He's now poking up. The King Tiger Capture doesn't want to come out. It's the IS who's actually the one who wants it, but he's backing off now, and the King Tiger Captured's come around the corner and pulls back again. He actually has the T-29 behind him to the right, and I think he knows that, and that guy is actually waiting for Nimble to pop up too far, and he'll then put a round right through his side, which is a weak spot. Now he could have isolated and immobilized that King Tiger Captured by hitting him in the tracks, especially with an AP round, but he's still firing the heat. Trying to poke up. Now go for the tracks. Oh, he got the kill instead. Okay, well that's just as suitable. Now T-44 off in the distance. The IS is around the corner. He's decided he's going to go wide. King Tiger Captured was just using that wreck for a cover. He's now aimed at the cupola on the IS, which is a weak spot. In fact, he actually fires at the turret and the mantlet, and it didn't go through. He's lost the King Tiger Captured on his own team. I think that was down to the IS, but that T-29 is still a threat. And he's just taken an Arty round, but it was a near miss splash. That one didn't go through, but did do critical damage. I think it hit the gun of the IS, and now he's taken a shot from the Centurion, and he's taking shots from two different directions. So doesn't want to get caught in the crossfire. If he pushes forward, he would. So I think he's decided the best thing for him to do at the moment is just to engage the Centurion, ignore the IS, ignore the T-29, just to take out that Centurion. But the Centurion's run away. Now if he moves a little further over to the left, he might be able to turn sideways and engage the IS and the T-29 at the same time. didn't get the IS this time. Don't back up too far. You'll actually give yourself an easy shot to the Centurion. But there you go. Much better now on the IS. And he's completed the mission, whatever it was. Okay, kill the IS with that shot. No, he's taken another round from the Centurion. And he was ammo racked, I'm afraid, as well. His repair kit's on cooldown, so he can't fix it. So he's going to have a long reload now. 14 seconds, takes out the IS, but now he can actually deal with that Centurion. The T-29's advanced further around the corner, so he doesn't have to worry about that guy now. Can he go through the frontal armor on the Centurion? Yes, he did. 412. The T-29's so far away now and engaged in his own fight, so he's not looking at nimbleAH, which has actually saved him quite a bit. In fact, it's two T-29's fighting each other out, and no, he has to get involved because his own T-29 was wiped out, so he has to kill that guy, otherwise he's going to be rushing towards Nimble's cap. Oh, there's the Centurion. Thank you. That was such a nice, easy shot. And you noticed he used the HE on that one. I think he did he use HE or did he use AP? I think it was either that or the AP or HE, because he's run out of heat. And I said the AP rounds on this tank aren't just as good as the heat rounds. In fact, they're slightly better, I say, because they save you a lot of credits. But he's rushing towards the enemy's cap, whilst the T-29's trying to make it to our cap. Our Arty is running away. The M12, he's trying to get to the field. I have a sneak feeling that nimbleAH wants that T-44. We just lost the M12 to their Lorraine 15550. It's the last remaining Arty on their team. If he can kill the T-44, all he needs to do is kill the Lorraine. And then... oh, T-44's down. He was taken out by our ISU 152. And we've been spotted. And I think that was the T-44. So he's now going to go after the Lorraine. Our Lorraine's coming in from one angle, so the guy can't escape by running off. And if he does run in this direction, he's going to run straight into the clutches of nimbleAH's 120mm gun and die in the process. So is he around this corner? Or has he run away? He's run away already. So he's not where we expected him to be. Okay, the Lorraine's come in, ran into the vehicle. Oh, and he's just got taken out by the enemy Lorraine, so he must be at the other end of the battlefield. And now it's 2 all left on each side. The enemy team has got their T-29 and Lorraine 15550. And on Nimble's team, it's his TS-5 and an ISU 152. And the ISU 152 is now looking for the T-29. Now, he did go into the cap. Now, will the enemy start the cap? He completed the mission. The mission was to destroy 2 enemy heavy tanks and do 3,000 hit points of damage. And for completion with honours, he needs to win the battle and survive it. I did wonder for a sec if he was going into those bushes to set up an ambush point. And here comes the T-29. Overconfident, I think. Yeah, you don't really want to come up against this gun. It's just too good, this gun. That's it. Track him, hold him in place, and now just blast away. The enemy 15550's turned up to our right, and he tracked us. Now, keep your gun facing at the T-29. He killed him. The Lorraine can't reload for a while because he's quite a long reload. This will be to win the game, and he does it! And completes his mission in the process and earns a Top Gun. And now he does his victory dance. Yeah. I don't know why they always do that. I'm sure it's just that somebody put it into the program. Yes, all tanks must do victory dances at the end of game if they are moving. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for nimbleAH in the TS-5. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 11. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a cool headed for surviving 10 or more ricochets or non-penetrations in a row from enemy players, which is surprising considering the caliber of the shells that were actually fired at him. But then again, if you think about it, the armor on this thing is so OP that it is very easy to bounce a lot of rounds. He also got a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in this game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and that last kill, the Lorraine 15550, was his 6th. Let's have a look at the team scores and see where he stood. 5,092 hit points of damage. Just goes to show how this thing can really rack up the damage on the enemy tanks. It really can in the right circumstances. You've got to play it well, but nimbleAH played it very, very nicely indeed. 3,068 hit points of damage was the second highest score. That went to the T44, and after that it was the ISU 152 who stayed alive to the end. He got 2,524 hit points of damage in the end. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 6 kills, 4 kills each, the T44 and the Lorraine 15550, so he was a fairly good Arty player, that guy. I'm not sure actually, I think he might actually be a member of What Arty Noobs, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that name seems familiar. He also managed to get the highest base XP with 1,643, the only player over 1,000 base. 770 went to the T20 and 721 went to the M41 Walker Bulldog. Nimble fired 21 rounds in that game, got 20 direct hits and 15 penetrations. Only one shot actually missed the target. 1 splash damage as well, that was the HE rounds. 5,092 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. Received 21 hits from the enemy, only 2 of which actually penetrated, 18 non-penetrations and 2 hits by way of splash damage. 3,780 hit points of damage blocked by the armor. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 306 hit points of damage assistance. He also managed to get 7 capture points right at the end because he was sitting in the cap as he was taking on the T29 and the Lorraine 15550. He earned 93,657 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and even though he fired all the heat rounds that he actually had in his arsenal, he still ended up with a profit of 50,774 credits. If he'd used the standard AP to attack that 1357, which has got very thin, paper thin armor, he actually would have made an even bigger profit from that game. So yes, do consider changing your ammunition to match the target that you're coming up against, because even with the reload time being 10 seconds, you can actually save yourself a huge amount of credits by firing the right ammo at the right people. 1,643 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 247 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 5,177 experience points altogether. I find that if I ever want a game which is just point and shoot and blast up the enemy, then this is one of the really fun tanks to do it in. It's an assault tank, so you actually just take it right into the face of the enemy and basically cripple them right in front of you. But it is huge fun, and it was of course a marathon tank that most people managed to get some time ago. But if you haven't received this tank as a marathon tank, I would consider getting it if you can from the premium shop, because it's well worth it. It earns credits and it's huge fun. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.